There's a watch brand that most people only discover after they've already fallen deep into the world of collecting. It looks simple at first glance, almost understated, but the closer you get, the more you realize you're dealing with a watchmaker who thinks on a completely different level. And today, I want to show you why this brand has quietly become one of the most respected names in modern horology. Because once you understand what's really happening behind the scenes, you'll never look at these watches the same way again. But let's start with something you almost never hear people talk about. Trust me, the inside of these watches isn't built like anything else on the market. Most brands rely on the same predictable materials for their movements. It's safe, it's proven, and it keeps manufacturing simple. But this watchmaker refused that approach. Instead of using the usual brass or steel, he rebuilt his movements using a special red gold alloy, not as a showpiece of luxury, but because it creates a more stable and consistent structure for the entire mechanism. This is the kind of decision that comes from engineering instinct, not marketing. And the deeper you go, the more surprises you find. Some of the dials are also cut from solid gold before being coated, giving them a unique glow that most people never notice unless they study the watch up close. On the wrist, it looks minimal, almost humble, yet underneath, it's hiding craftsmanship that most watchmakers don't even attempt. Once you learn that, the watch starts to feel different. You don't just see it, you feel the thought behind it. But this is only the beginning of what makes these watches special. These watches were never meant to live in safes. They were built to be worn. A lot of independent brands create pieces that feel more like art than tools. They're beautiful, but you almost hesitate to wear them because one wrong move could send them straight back for repairs. This watchmaker didn't want that reputation. From day one, he designed his watches with everyday use in mind. Instead of making different case structures for each complication, he created one universal case architecture that could support anything he dreamed of building in the future. It sounds simple, but this decision made his watches far more reliable and easier to maintain long term, because everything was designed to fit together naturally. And then he solved another frustration collectors know too well: watches dying after sitting still for a few days. His automatic winding system was engineered to wake up almost instantly. A little movement on the wrist is all it takes to bring the watch back to life. It feels effortless, and that's exactly the point. This isn't a fragile showpiece, it's a real watch for real use. But the story becomes even more interesting once you look at the design. It looks simple until you try to copy it. At first glance, these watches don't shout for attention. There are no dramatic edges, no oversized shapes, nothing deliberately loud, and yet somehow the moment you see one, you instantly recognize it. That's because the design is full of small decisions that flow together so smoothly you almost miss them. The soft teardrop hands, the rope-edged crown, the typography that feels both classic and modern. Everything sits in perfect balance without ever looking forced. The dials seem incredibly clean, but the more time you spend with them, the more details you start to notice. It's the kind of design that doesn't hit you all at once. It grows on you slowly, and then suddenly you realize it has a personality no other watch can imitate. And that's when everything starts making sense. But the biggest reason this brand became legendary isn't the design or even the engineering. The hype didn't build this brand, the respect did. Most watch brands rise because of marketing, celebrities, flashy launches, or hype cycles online. This brand grew the opposite way. It gained respect from watchmakers, journalists, and collectors long before it gained mainstream attention. People started to realize they were watching something rare, a watchmaker who cared more about solving mechanical problems than following trends. Someone who wasn't trying to make noise, but trying to make history. And as the years went on, the world finally caught up. Older pieces that once sat quietly in collections suddenly exploded in value. Early models are now seen as time capsules, reminders of a period when he was building everything by hand with almost stubborn dedication. Collectors often say the same thing: "I didn't understand it at first, but now I do." If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe and reach out to me directly. I'll help you source the right piece. This is Big Mo Watches. Thanks for watching.